Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome to the week's webinar. So today I'm going to go through mindset. I'll start off with a quick introduction to online business, what that is, then introduction to myself and how I started in my online business in this space, and then I'll get into the mindset, which is a very important part of any business. Everything in life is all down to how your mind works. So let's start with online business. Just a brief overview. Online business is all about businesses that run online. We all use them every day nowadays. We're very familiar with them. If you've got a computer and you do any searching on Google and you buy stuff on Amazon, all that kind of stuff, they're all online businesses, right? You don't go to a shop to physically buy something, you buy it online. Either buy physical products which get shipped to you, or you might buy training or coaching products online. Many different examples, but that's what online business is. So for myself, I've been in affiliate marketing for the past 3 years, affiliate marketing. So that's related to online business. The marketing, every product that you buy has a marketing budget associated with it. Somebody is marketing it. Either the website's marketing it. If you go straight to Amazon, then the website itself will market it. Sometimes you'll be searching or you'll be looking at websites and go, oh, I fancy that product, that looks interesting, I want to buy that product. But that's the marketing side of it. The website does the marketing for you or for them, and then you buy the product via the website. So that's what marketing is. Marketing is putting the right product or service in front of the right person at the right time. So these days, it is much easier to do that because all the tools like Google AdWords search tool, YouTube search, Bing search, Instagram, Facebook, all these other platforms have ways of really accurately targeting certain people, called the demographics, age, sex, that kind of thing, even location if that's important, and then also what they're searching for. So with search platforms, if you're looking for, I want to join a gym, type in, I want to join a gym in this area, and because you're targeting a gym in that area, the platform that's allowing you to search knows exactly what you're looking for. So someone will then use that targeting to put a gym in front of you on a computer. So you can see, oh, that's the gym. That's a good gym. I like the look of that one. That's the marketing side of it. Very targeted because it's directed at you because you're looking for a gym. And that's how targeting works. So that is marketing in general. It's not sales. It's a part of sales, but it's not actually sales. Sales can be quite a few things. Sales can include cold calling when you get those annoying phone calls. That's sales. So marketing is a very specific part of sales. So affiliate marketing. This is what I'm doing. And affiliate marketing has a huge advantage because it allows you to be an affiliate, which means that if you market a product or service and someone buys that product or service, then you get a commission. That's what affiliate is. You're an affiliate and you get an affiliate commission, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40% of the sale price. So you're an affiliate. So you're doing the affiliate marketing. So you're marketing that product for somebody else, and that company who owns that product or service, they do all the rest. They finish off the sales. They own the producing of that product or service. They own the support for it. They own all the background tasks. And if it's a physical product, then they'll look after the supply of that product and shipping, all that kind of stuff. So all you have to focus on, all you're focusing on is the affiliate side of things. Sorry, the marketing side of things. So therefore it's much easier to learn the skill because you just focus on one thing. If you had to produce a product and then market it and then do the sales, follow up, returns, customer care, shipping, all those other things, it can get overwhelming too much. So affiliate is a really good way to start. And that's what I do. And just to cover briefly, I'm an affiliate for SFM, Six Figure Mentors, Digital Experts Academy, and Mentors. It's all part of the same umbrella, under the same umbrella. And it's an education program that's educated me, and I believe in it wholeheartedly, which is why I love being an affiliate for it, because I've seen so many people have massive success, and I'm on the way to get in there. And I want to share it with as many people who are interested and want to learn the same skills. So that's affiliate marketing. If you've got any questions about any of this stuff, just drop me an email. This email you're receiving this on, just reply to it and I'll get back to you. Okay, so about myself, 3 years ago, I had an epiphany. I was just trundling through life, as you do. I don't anymore, but I used to, as most people do. And things just happen. And you don't really seem to be in control of anything, but you don't realize you're not in control because you haven't realized it. Does that make sense? Anyway, one evening, I'm pretty sure it was a Sunday night, I was just thinking to myself, I just remortgaged my house. And it's good because the costs, repayments have gone down. And I suddenly thought, hang on, this is a 25-year mortgage. I was in my late 40s, by the way. I thought, that's another 20 odd years for me to pay this amount off. That means I'll be in my 70s when I finish paying off the house. I suddenly thought, wow, I've got to work till I'm 70. And I thought, well, I've got to work on this job that I'm doing, which I used to enjoy, especially when I was more of a freelancer, consultant, kind of self-employed kind of role. But I've been in a corporation for the last 15 years, and it sort of sucked the life out of me. And I was thinking, I can't do this long in my 70s. Plus the job's getting harder. I expect more from you. And it's getting more political, and the pay rises aren't good enough. They're never as good as what real inflation is, right? So you're slowly losing your wealth, as it were. And I've got 2 young kids as well. And I thought, do I really want to be doing this job till I'm in my 70s? I thought, no, I don't. So that's another big burden on me. And then, as I just said, I've got 2 young kids, so 2 young girls, 9 and 11. And I want to spend time with them. I want to be able to provide well, which is proving harder, and also have time to spend with them. So it's like, it all hit me in one go. I thought, this is not good. Something's got to change. I can't do this. Something has to change. And it was that same evening. I don't remember how long it was. It may have only been a few minutes, but I came across a video from Stuart Ross, who's the co-founder, one of the co-founders of SFM. And he said to me about this life I could have, this life where I love what I'm doing. I work the hours I want to work. And I don't have to go to an office. I can be in control of my own destiny. And I thought, wow, yes, please, I'd love to do that. And he mentioned online marketing, but I knew nothing about it. But I was so intrigued and so excited by it that I just jumped in. He sent me some free videos like the ones I've sent you before. And I just signed up, and I've been stuck in it for 3 years. Well, while I'm working my 9-to-5 job. And there's another little twist on it as well, in this story. So I've been doing it in the evenings and at weekends. And then suddenly 2 weeks ago, I got made redundant. Gone, no more job. And that was a massive shock. And at first it was like, holy moly, what do I do? But I knew what I was going to do. I wasn't going to go searching for another job, doing the same crap, being unfulfilled, and just not having enough time for myself. I knew I was going to focus on the business, on my business. And that's what I've done. And since I've done that, it's like been a revelation, because I've got so much energy now. I'm not having my life sucked out of me by my corporate job. So I love what I'm doing. It's really good. And that's why you're getting more emails from me now, because I'm having time to focus on the business and serve you better, give you some motivation, inspiration, all those sort of things. So that's me. That's where I come in, and that's why I'm here. And in the last 3 years, I've changed a lot from the sort of person that I was. I was very much an employer an employee. I was very much an employee, and I got in the mindset of being fed stuff. And yes, I had to think outside the box a bit. I had to still be a producer. I still had to think for myself and serve the company's best I could. But I wasn't really in the mindset of I can achieve anything, whatever I want, I can go and get it. If I've got a problem, it's not a problem, it's something I need to fix, because it's going to teach me a lesson that's going to serve me well for the rest of my life. Change your mindset, right? And there's many other things to it as well, but mindset is what I'm going to talk about now, because it's a huge part of any business. So just set the framework. When I started, most people start something completely different like this. They think they've got to learn the skills, and then the business will just run by itself and everything will be fine. But in fact, the skills part of it is really only 20%. 80% is the mindset, is what you want to achieve, understanding what you want to achieve, understanding you can achieve it, and understanding that, or just having the belief that you can get there. And then the perseverance to keep going, to make it work. Never giving up. So you actually find out, 80% of it is in your mind. Because if you don't have your mind right, then you're going to give up pretty easy. You expect it to be easy, it's not. Nothing like this is easy, because you're starting a business, right? It's a competitive world out there. Not that you want to compete, but if you don't have the right skills and apply them well and have the right beliefs in what you're doing, then you'll just give up, because it's just too hard. You don't want to do that. So you've got to start with a big why. Why are you doing it? You have a why that makes you go, this is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because, and I'm doing this because I want to help people. I want to help people like me who are stuck in the 9-to-5 rat race, and they've realised there's a better way out there, or they believe there is, they just don't know where it is yet, and I'm there to help them. And that's what I do. When people sign up with me, I support them the best I can. So I love what I'm doing. I love this product I'm an affiliate for, and I'm there to help people as best I can. That's my big why. And of course, I've got a family why as well. My family, support my family, that kind of thing. But this drives me on, right? I love it. And it's my big why. And you need to have a big why. If you just want to do it just for a bit of fun to see what happens, you're not going to make it. You're not going to do it, because it's going to be too hard. You're just going to give up. Too easy. You'll find that most people who succeed really quickly, really well, are ones that are really stuck in a corner. Life is really bad, and they got nothing to lose, so they just go for it. And they're the ones that do really well. So when me losing my job has given me a kick out the backside to make it happen and make it happen more quickly, which is what I needed. So let's go into the mindset of things. I'll go through my list here, so I've put in the email. What is your belief system? Why is it what it is? And what are the ways to improve it? Well, your belief system is instilled in you throughout your life. But a lot of it is in the first few years of your life, the first 7 years, they say, anything between 6 and 9 years. And most of it is going to be negative. Unless you're one of these really lucky people that have a really positive family and you don't go to school, or you go to a fantastic school with lots of fantastic friends and no issues. Unless you're one of those lucky people, which 99% of us aren't, probably higher than that. There's going to be things that are put in your mind when you're young, like money doesn't grow on trees, money's hard to come by. And you see your parents fighting over money, and then you see your parents fighting in general, and you have friends at school who pick on you, or whatever it might be. There's a lot of negative stuff, and that goes into your subconscious. And then then you get that belief system that becomes you. And as you go through life, you just back up that belief system. So if, for instance, you think you're not worthy of money, you're going to tell yourself you're not worthy of money all your life. Oh, that's too expensive, I can't afford that. As soon as you say those words, that's it. That's your belief system. You've just told the universe via your subconscious that you're not worthy of that, you can't afford it, so you never have the money. And that's how it works. There's plenty of videos you can get on YouTube which will tell you about manifestation and law of attraction and positive mindset, all those kind of things. And it's very, very important, because you have to reprogram your mind. If you don't change your belief system, nothing's going to change. What are you surrounded by right now? Whatever that is, that's your belief system. Now you might think, but my life's crap. I don't want it to be crap. Yes, you don't want it to be, but your subconscious believes that's all you deserve. Now, it's not a nice thing to hear, but that's the way it is. So you have to reprogram your subconscious to believe you are worthy and you're abundant, and then it will just come to you. And that's a very hard thing to do. We'll get into that more as we go through this. So how do we improve it? We'll get into that. The easiest way is affirmations. Keep telling yourself you are worthy. Catch yourself when you say something negative. It's very important to be aware of what you say to yourself. All the time you say something negative, like I can't afford it, that's it. You told your subconscious, I can't afford it. It gives you more of what you can't afford. So you've got to catch yourself as you say it at first, but eventually you get to the stage where you can catch it. As you start thinking it, you'll catch it, and just change it. I can afford it. I can't wait till I get that, whatever it is. And if you know you can't afford it, but you don't want to tell yourself you can't afford it, just go, oh yeah, I'll get that soon. I can afford it. Money's on its way. And that positive change will make a huge difference to your life. So bear that in mind. Okay, moving on. The power of your subconscious mind. Okay, so the subconscious mind is where everything comes from. It's the program part of the subconscious mind is, well, they say 95% of what our thinking is. Our conscious thinking is only the 5%. But the subconscious mind does the rest, does our pulse, it does our hormones, controls all the things we do without even thinking about our breathing and everything, our heart rate. And of course, it also is our link to the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. That power is via the subconscious mind. And we are always trying to direct it. Our ego in the conscious mind is always trying to tell our subconscious mind what it wants and tell us what we want in our life. I want this, I want that. But it's the subconscious mind that really is the connection to where everything comes from. That's why I said what you're surrounded by is what your subconscious mind believes. That's your belief system. So everything you want to do is reprogram your subconscious mind. Not easy, especially after a whole lifetime, pretty much, up to now, of the wrong stuff. Not all of it, but too much of it. Society is full of it. If you watch the news, don't. It's just going to make you so negative. Switch off the news. I switched it off about 5 years ago, and it's amazing. Facebook, social media, I don't touch it at all. Well, I have to a little bit for my business, but I don't sit there flicking through comments to see what people say, because it's not helping me in my life in any way. Just bear that in mind. Procrastination, how to eliminate it. So procrastination obviously is when you're putting off doing something. So you know you ought to do something, it's on your list to do, but you keep procrastinating. Why do you do it? Well, your brain will have 100 excuses why you're doing it. It may be in your subconscious. Maybe you've done something, you've tried it before, something like it before, and you failed, and you've seen that as a bad thing, and therefore you're reluctant to do it. You're going to keep putting it off, putting it off. Maybe it's something you're really scared of, maybe it's something outside of your comfort zone. It doesn't really matter why or what the reason is. If it's something you've got to do, you've got to focus on the big thing. Whatever you do in your life, in your business, what's the big thing you've got to do now? Focus on now. It's going to make the biggest impact in your life, your business. And that's the thing you've got to do. And if you're procrastinating, it's easy to make excuses, but you can tell you do it because like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days go by and you think, oh, I was going to do that a few days ago and I still haven't done it. And that's just procrastination, right? It just happens. And how do you do it? Well, there's a number of ways you can tell yourself and get yourself motivated. You can watch motivational something. You can look at your big why and say, see, this is why I need to do it. I'm going to do it right now. You can, one thing on my board has been there for years. This is simple. This is easy. This is fun. Just keep saying that to yourself, and then you just have fun doing it. You've got to enjoy what you're doing. And if it scares you, that's good. Recognize that it scares you, then just do it. There's a good book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Fear is a good thing within reason. Don't let it stop you though. Fear is there because the ego likes to be in control, and it doesn't want you to step outside your comfort zone. It likes to keep you where you are now, because where you are now is safe. It might be absolutely rubbish, but it's safe because you're not dead. So try and keep you there. And if you want to achieve what you want in life, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to try new things. It'll scare you. So what? I mean, like, it wasn't that long ago, I was scared of cameras. Scared the word? I just avoided cameras, especially videos. It scared the hell out of me to be doing what I'm doing now. But I needed to do it because my business relies on me on doing YouTube ads. So I have to become comfortable in speaking to a camera. Now, you don't have to do that for marketing. You can do plenty of other marketing, but I wanted to do YouTube. I knew it's something I had to do, and I had to do it. Even if I wasn't doing YouTube ads, I would still need to be good on camera so I can do, thank you videos or whatever. I wanted to do it. I wanted to break the ice and get out and do it. So I did procrastinate, and I still find myself doing it now. So it's not something we can all just suddenly magically get away from. But you have to recognize it. Think you're procrastinating, then just make a big reason to do it and do it. Big why should be the reason to do it. Why do we get overwhelmed? And how can we avoid it? Overwhelm normally is because too much. If you're sitting in front of Netflix in the evening, you don't get overwhelmed. But if you're trying to run a business, or not running, if you are running a business and you've got all these things you want to do, it's easy to get overwhelmed because your brain has to remember everything. The best way I've shown you before, the Trello is like a management way you manage lists, like the Kanban way, where you can do your lists of your to-dos and you can reorder them and prioritize them. And it's a great way because you just do a brain dump basically, because every time you've got to remember something in your brain, it takes energy, and it creates overwhelm very easily. So just dump it onto the computer somehow, or whiteboards, or both. Then you can just forget about it. You just go to your whiteboard or your Trello or whatever management software you use. There's plenty of free ones around. And then just remind yourself then. And that also removes overwhelm, because you have your list, you know what you've got to do. You can spend 5 minutes evening before or first thing in the morning when you start your work. Quick look at your list. That's what I'm doing today. Okay, there's 3 things there to do today. That's what I've got to do first. And then the overwhelm just disappears, because you know we've got to focus on. So overwhelm is when there's too much to do, and that's how you get rid of it. Just plan it, brain dump. Importance of what we say to ourselves. Okay, I sort of covered that. So it's very important what we say to ourselves. Hugely important. Always build yourself up. Like, imagine if you got kids and they do something wrong, would you say, "Hey, stupid, that's not how you do it"? You wouldn't, right? It's the last thing you'd say. You probably say it to yourself quite a lot. I know I do, I used to. So inside you is a 3-year-old kid, right? Because as I said, most of the programming comes from when you're in a very young age. So would you tell yourself or your 3-year-old kid that so negative? You wouldn't, right? You'd just say, "Oh, that's fine. You did your best. Good job. Next time, maybe do this. But you did well." Treat yourself the same. And by doing that, by being positive with yourself, you'll make yourself feel better and you'll attract more positive things to you. Okay? Very, very important how you speak to yourself. Okay. Quick drink. So the secret to creating freedom. Okay. Very simple formula. It's not easy, but it's simple, like a lot of things in life. Freedom equals structure plus discipline. Structure plus discipline. We want freedom in our lives. We tend to give up a lot of our freedom by being lazy or controlled, or making excuses like we're too busy to. But if all the time you haven't got freedom, you're not empowered, and it's amazing. As soon as you become free, the amount of power you get by having freedom is massive. So to create freedom, you need a structure. I am now working full time on this business, right? When you work for somebody else, it's kind of easy because you have to get up at a certain time. You have to get in that car at a certain time. You have to start work at a certain time. You leave at a certain time. You come home, right? Your day is very structured. As soon as you're working for yourself, you're not. Well, you should be, but it's easy to slip out of that. So I have my structure on the whiteboard on the wall there. Exactly how I plan my day. It's flexible, but it ensures that I don't miss bits. I don't start getting dragged into something too much that I shouldn't be doing. I know my big thing of the day, and that's what I've got to do. You need to create a structure for your life, your business, whatever it is you're trying to improve. For everyone, freedom, you need a structure there, and then the discipline to stick by it. And that'll set you free, because by doing that, you'll find that all the people in the world who have created huge success, they are extremely disciplined, they're very structured, and they just make sure that they don't, drift off, flicking through Facebook every day for an hour, watching things they shouldn't be watching, doing the things they shouldn't be doing, procrastinating. Structure plus discipline is freedom. How to improve everyone around you. How to improve everyone around you. And this is quite interesting. So it's very common Okay, it's a few different approaches to this, a few different points to make. You're surrounded by people who you feel comfortable with, who you gel with. You're basically surrounded by people who are a reflection of yourself. Now, if you're a negative person, most people are negative primarily, then you're going to find it very hard to change the people you're in your group, your friends, your family, whatever. But as I said, they're a reflection of yourself. So the first thing you need to do to improve your friends, your friends or your acquaintances or your colleagues or whatever, to improve them is to improve yourself. Because by improving yourself, that'll be reflected in the people you communicate with. So if you go to work and people say good morning to you and you go, how are you? All right. Oh, really bad drive to work today. Didn't enjoy it. Upset, whatever. Someone cut me up. You start off with a negative comment, then that just attracts more negativity. Right? You go, how you doing this morning? Fantastic. I feel walk this morning first thing, and I feel full of life. I'm happy. That will generally reflect in the people you talk to. Instead of them telling you a story about how they had a bad trip to work this morning, you will have get a story about how good they're feeling. Right? So the best way to improve the people that you communicate with in your little group is to be positive, and that will change. Another thing is that, as I said, your friends tend to be a reflection of who you are. And who was it? Jim Rohn said, you are the average of your 5 closest friends, acquaintances. Well, it's already used, but and that's very true. So what people do, people who really want to improve themselves, they surround themselves with the right people. If you're surrounded by negative people all the time, it's very hard to break out of that. If you surround yourself with people who are budding entrepreneurs, building their business, full of motivation, full of excitement, full of zest for life, then that's going to give you that same boost. And that's a huge thing that I've noticed about my SFM community. We're all building each other up, not in a false way, but in a very motivational way. We help each other and we support each other because we're all going through the same thing, right? We all know that it's tough. There'll be tough days. We'll know that there are days when everything's fantastic and it's all good. But surrounding yourself with the right sort of people will make a huge difference to your life. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is, right? Heard that saying? Yeah, I used to believe that. And this is very common with what we have here at the SFM, this online education. It seems too good to be true. All these people are making all this money, but they must be special. There must be something. They must have, I don't know, must be lucky, whatever the excuse might be. But at the end of the day, I know for a fact there are a load of people who have succeeded and have come from a dark, a place where they needed change in their life, and they've managed to create this fantastic business or change in their life or this happiness, suddenly they're full of happiness, whatever it is. We all come from the same place, right? It's easy to say it seems too good to be true, therefore it probably is. It's not worth trying. That's your ego, this thing up here, mindset again, telling you, or being lazy basically, making an excuse not to even try. Of course, it is possible because people do it. Are you prepared to put in the effort? And a lot of people, they won't be. So that's a good excuse, right? No, it seems too good to be true. Not worth trying. Well, I know somebody who tried it once, they didn't succeed, so it's obviously a lot of rubbish. Right? Wrong. Very, very, very wrong. Anyone can do it. You want it enough, you can do it. Simple as that. You need to empower yourself, you need to empower others, you need to serve others, have the belief that you can do it because you can. And then it's just a matter of getting on and doing it. Right? So that expression, if it seems too good to be true, I hear people say that, and I have to put them up on it and say, really? Is that really true? Or is that just a bad saying? Like I was saying, what's the other one? Oh yeah, I might get run over by a bus tomorrow. Really? Come on, very stupid. Sorry, but that annoys me as well. Now, you won't get run over by a bus tomorrow. But the fact is, you still might die of lung cancer in the next 10 years if you don't stop smoking or lose the weight or whatever. So it's just an excuse, right, to be lazy and not make the change in your life that you need to. Okay, rant over. How your mind tricks you with excuses. All right, there we are. It's a good example. So your mind is always trying to make excuses for you. It wants to keep you in that comfort zone. It doesn't want you to try new things because, well, you might get a bit scared. You might get nervous. I'm on a camera and there might be somebody who doesn't like me. So what? Who cares? Be yourself. Get over it. There's always excuses for everything, and your mind is great at making up any excuse it can, just to firstly be lazy, and secondly to keep you safe. When really it's just a matter of, but if you do keep yourself safe in your comfort zone, you'll still be there on your deathbed. Not a great analogy on your deathbed, but you come to the end of your life, and then you'll have these thoughts. Oh, if only I'd done that when I was 20. If only I'd done that when I was 40. If only I'd done that when I was 60. Right? Regrets. You don't want to be one of those people who regrets. I was heading that way. I've really changed my direction in my life. That's why I'm so passionate about helping others change their life as well. So your mind will always try and keep you safe, keep you stuck in front of Netflix in the evening because it's easy, but it's not fulfilling. Your life gets harder and you'll end up with regrets as you get older, because time you will never get back. You get one chance in this life. Once it's gone, that's it, it's gone. You ain't getting another go. Well, maybe you will, but that's another story, right? How to deal with resistance to change. How do you deal with it? Recognize it. Thank you, ego, for your concern, but I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'm going to give it a go and just do it anyway. If your why's big enough, you won't have a problem. That is why people who are in a very bad place in their life manage to make a huge change in their life, because they've got nothing to lose. They've been down, really badly down. A lot of them have been thinking about suicide or whatever because they get in that really dark place. And then they've got two choices, right? You either keep going that way or you change your life. And that's why a lot of people have changed their lives from that place. Now, we don't all want to get to that place. And if we can change our life without getting there, then that's great. That's what I'm having to do. I've never been in that really dark place, not that bad. But so in that case, you've just got to give yourself a bit more of a kick at the backside and say, what alternatives do I have? Well, if I don't make this business work, I'll be looking for a job in a few months. A normal 9-to-5 job, doing something I don't enjoy, being a slave to another boss, another company, right? That does not inspire me at all. That is my kick out the backside to make this work. So I'll make it work. You need to have your why. The big why will make a big difference. Fear of failure. Yeah, fear of failure. Okay. All those that have succeeded really, really well in their business, in their life, yes, I'm sure they have fear of failure. Everyone does. Recognize it, accept it. Thank you. Do it anyway. Fear of failure, yes, you've got to have it. There's no getting around that. But don't let it stop you. Just say, yep, thank you. Because those that have, I'll tie this in with the last one as well, imperfect action. Those that, obviously if you give up because you're scared of failing, then you've given up already, right? You're not going to get anywhere. You'll be exactly the same place. And this is something I've really noticed in my kids. They're very scared to fail because at school, peer pressure, whatever it might be, but you're ridiculed if you fail. You try something and you don't succeed, you're a failure. How ridiculous is that? Imagine if you was, when you're a year old or a year and a half, whatever it might be, and you learn to walk. First time you stand up, try and stand up, and you fall over. Oh, I'm doing that again. Didn't like that. I'm going to crawl the rest of my life. Right? You don't have any fear of failure then. You're determined until you can walk. Then you can run. And that's what it's all about. You've got to do it anyway, because the results you're going to get is going to be so empowering and so great that little bit of fear you're worried about, it doesn't matter. Once you've broken through it, you go, oh, what was I scared of that for? Right? It's not important. Your brain makes a big deal out of things which scare you. You're scared of failure because maybe you were laughed at school, or you try something and you go, oh, I lost some money, and you get yourself down over it. But don't let it stop you. Those who do really well, take that one on. They accept they might fail, but it's not failing. Failing means you've given up. When you have failure, a failure is something that didn't give you the result you're expecting or you hoped for. That's why you might call that a failure. But if you don't give up, then you haven't failed, because you're going to get there in the end. When you're walking, you fall over 100 times before you can finally walk. Right? You didn't ever give up because you knew you wanted to walk. Well, other people are walking, why can't you? You know you can do it, so you do. And it's the same in everything in life. In a business, of course you can fail. Most businesses do fail. Either, was it 5 years or so, or 5 or 10 years? Like 70% of them fail or something. It's a huge number. But by doing that, it's not like it's failed and it's over. People who do have businesses and they fail, they just start another one. They've learned all those skills. They know what they're doing now. So the next one is much easier to get the business running. In fact, learning skills. Don't worry about failing. Failing is not failing. Failure is learning. Very important. So I teach my kids. I ask them every night, what did you do new today? Do something new? Fantastic. Celebrate. Well done. That's something new. I learned how to build a website. It scared me at first. I didn't think I could do it, but I did it. And look at my website. It's beautiful. Right? So fear of failure, imperfect action. Yeah, that's how you make progress. Fail fast, fail forward. You're never going to get perfection, whatever perfection might be for you. So just do as best you can, and then just do it. And yes, you may have mistakes in there. You may find something doesn't work quite right, but you learn from it and you move on. Those who take imperfect action progress so much faster than those who procrastinate, that word again, by trying to get perfection. Never happens. So imperfect action is one of the most important things in business. Just do your best. That's all you can do. And yes, you can always do it again if it doesn't quite work. You send out an email to 1,000 people and it's got a mistake in it. Never mind. People know you're human. It's okay. Okay, imperfect action is the best way to go forward. Okay, so that wraps up everything I wanted to talk to you about today. I hope you found it interesting and motivational in some kind of way. If you've got any questions, please just send me an email and I'll get back to you. Next week, I'll talk about something else. I'm not quite sure what yet. We'll see. thank you very much for your time. Any questions, give me a shout, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, take care. See ya.